IVM.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Simplified, a show that explains intense topic from around the world and simplifies it for you so that you can appear cooler in front of your friends.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome to another episode of TFG Indian Football Podcast. Kevin is not joining us today. He is occupied elsewhere. So it's me and Siju today on the episode. Siju is of course joining us from Kochi. I am in New Delhi. Siju, yesterday you saw a couple of really good games in the Under-17 World Cup, and it was a pretty good match between Korea and Brazil especially. So what was it like?
Well, before that, Spain had a hammering kind of a sort-out game against Niger.
Yeah, it was expected, yeah.
It was expected, but then in the first 15-20 minutes, just to mention that Niger did, they were really good. So the scoreline was expected. Spain was the dominant team here, considering they have the experience and European giants. But in the first 15-20 minutes, Niger did, catch us by surprise because of their performance at the pool. But after that, it was all by Spain and all those goals coming in. The first two goals scored by the captain was clearly a defensive lapse from the team. Looking at them in the first match against North Korea, this was like, it really looked like they lacked experience and stuff like that. And also, at the post-match press conference, was very disappointed with the referee's decision. So, all of that. But yeah, it was followed by a great game between Brazil and North Korea. Now, Brazil always the favorite to take the match because one, the fans love them. Second, they're the dominant team, and everything favors in their side. But the first half, it was in a goalless draw. The possession was with Brazil, but in North Korea, and Brazil spent most of the time in the North Korean half. Always, from the get-go, they wanted to attack. And they wanted a score. They wanted a goal since the first minute itself. So you could really see the desperation in them and the mode that they were in. But North Korea, on the other hand, including especially their keeper and all the players, amazing stops with every shot was stopped by a player's shin, a player's boot, or a great save by the keeper. So it was really, even when we saw Brazil to Spain in the first game, like we really saw, they had to play really hard to get those goals. Similar case here. But great game from North Korea, not letting Brazil dominate throughout with the number of goals. It was a 2-0 victory at the end for Brazil. Two good goals. One from, of course, Lincoln and Paulino, the other one second goal. I think these names have become household names for people in Kerala right now. Because every time, the moment when Brazil's squad was announced, every name was getting cheered on. Especially these two, Lincoln and Paulino. So it's great to see them in action. The fans in India are really enjoying. Though, yes, there are a group of them who are disappointed or maybe sad that they're not able to see India play. Because every time there was an injury break or there was something not happening on the field, there was a loud cheer for India. So, two good matches. But I think, I don't know, unfortunately, because I was at the stadium, I couldn't watch another game that happened in Goa, but I'm sure fans went berserk. If not, I don't know. Looking at the score time, we in the press box were like, okay, 1-0 up. I'm talking about Iran versus Germany.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, 1-0 up. And then after some time, somebody screams 2-0 up. After some time, they're like 3-0 up. And there were like 4 goals against Germany. Please talk about that. Iran.
Yeah, it was one crazy game. I did not see it live. I managed to catch some, highlights from it. It's amazing. I always thought that Iran is going to be the best team out of Asia, but never expected this. They are the first team to qualify for the knockouts from Asia. And it just seems like this guy Delphi, right? I think his name is Delphi. He single-handedly dismantled Germany, and that's what sort of it what impressed me about the Iran team going into the tournament was that they had a lot of people who could finish and who could contribute. And when you have so many, guys who know how to finish, somebody needs to turn up and have a good game, and you can just dismantle anybody. Delphi scored at 6 minutes, 42 minutes in, he scored again. Early in the second half, he assisted this guy called Alhayr Sayed. Okay, and then Namdari scored the fourth goal. So it just consistently Germany got outclassed. Okay, it's not like they did not create chances. It's not like they did not manage to put some pressure back on Iran from time to time, but it just didn't happen for them. And that's it. It's like, Iran are on the way, and now suddenly Group C is looking like a group of death because Costa Rica got a draw against Guinea, and Germany have lost one game, and people will be jostling for the second place, and Iran are pretty comfortably up there. So it's done. Even the group D matches that you saw, it's looking pretty good because Brazil are on 6 points, Spain are on 3 points, Niger are also there. It seems like three teams will come out of here easily. It's props to them. But what I actually wanted to come back to here is, this is something we have been hearing discussions about all day yesterday after India's loss to Colombia, was that can India still qualify for the second round, right? And here's where the math gets difficult, because we are on the last place. We are actually in one of the worst places in the tournament. Despite of all our fighting performances, we are at 0 points after 2 matches with a goal difference of -4. Okay, and now here's the deal: getting 3 points may get us into the just the round of 16.
Pre-quarters.
Yeah, pre-quarters. Despite of whatever our goal difference is. Okay, so we may not have to worry about. You have Ghana in front. But here's where the goal difference becomes important. It's because everybody else has better goal difference than us in the group. Like United States are +4. Obviously, we're not going to catch them. Colombia and Ghana are they're both at 3 points with a 0 goal difference, right? And we are at -4. That puts us in a very bad spot. Let's say, look, nobody expects us to win against Ghana, right? And even if we are going to conceive of it, India exceeded expectations against Colombia. So let's say we put in some crazy effort and we beat Ghana. Yeah, and we win it by 1 goal. I seriously don't see more than that. Then we are at 3 points with a -3 goal difference. So Colombia will have to lose by 3 or 4 goals for us to go through. And even then, the problem is that they literally have scored. They are ahead of us in head-to-head, because in the end, that's what it might come down to. If we win 1-0 against Ghana, it will be 2 for and 5 against, and Colombia have 2 for and 2 against. So they must lose by 4 goals to United States for us to be in the 3rd spot. Yeah, because doesn't matter, even if we beat Ghana, Ghana will take the 2nd place. So it's a very disheartening math. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not about us getting just the win anymore. Which was the case in the second game. Like if we had won and if we had actually improved our goal difference, we would be like in a very comfortable situation right now, because Colombia don't have much of a chance against United States, right? But yeah, we dropped the ball on that one, and now I think we have a very thin chance. Even we have to. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Tough, it's difficult. And just to add on to that, Kochi will witness Germany in action. Because the last group stage would be from the Group C. Germany is playing Guinea, on the 13th here, along with Spain playing North Korea. So Goans will get a chance to watch Brazil in action.
Yeah.
Brazil will take on Niger in the last group match in Goa. So I just want to add on that. And I think we have something interesting. Probably we'll talk about that after the break because the senior team is in action. Right, Chiranjeev?
Yeah, Indian senior team, obviously. The math is much more simpler on that one. We just have to beat Macau and we're there. So that happens tonight. The action returns to Kantirawa, and we will be obviously talking about it later. Just looking at it, just to wrap it up before the break, United States are obviously making it from Group A. It's probably going to be Ghana, the second team. The Group B looks good. Paraguay have made it already. Mali are on 3 points. New Zealand and Turkey are on 1 point each. It's going to be a toss-up. In the last day, we can still see some upsets here and there. Iran, pride of Asia right now. Korea, DPR fought again, similar to India. They have had the kind of outcome that they have had. France and Japan, this is what is going to be very interesting. So Group E fixture, is that today? Yeah, today at 5 p.m. I think this is one game that we have to really keep an eye on because Japan did well in the first game, won, and now they're facing one of the best teams in the group in France. So let's just see how that turns out. Yeah, and we have England and Mexico. Are they playing today? Wait, let me just check. Yeah, it's at 5 p.m. So we have two big games at 5 p.m. England and Mexico, and France and Japan, which will decide the group supremacies on both occasions. Honduras versus New Caledonia is not a big deal, but Iraq versus Chile is another important thing because Chile lost the first game. Iraq got a draw against Mexico, I think. So if Iraq win this, they will be in a very good position to qualify in for the second round. So we have Iraq, Iran, and Japan, 3 Asian countries in a very good state to qualify for the second round, which is pretty good for Asia at this point. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yes, best of luck to all 3 Asian teams who still have a chance, and India who may still have a chance. So we will go into the other game, the Indian senior national team, the ultimate holy grail of our fandom. They take on Macau tonight, and we will discuss all about it and our prospects after the break.
Hi, I'm Amit Verma, the host of the weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen. In my show, I examine the seen effects and the unintended consequences of public policy and private action. I show how policies meant to help the poor often end up hurting the poor. I've done episodes so far on demonetization, GST, surgical strikes, immigration and MRP. And I will continue my forensic assault on the truth in the weeks to come.
Catch the show every Monday on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you prefer. Or visit seenunseen.in for all the latest updates.
All right, welcome back to TFG Indian Football Podcast. We're talking about the Asian Cup qualifier tonight between India and Macau. And of course, we were supposed to play Palestine in an international friendly as a preparation for this match, but Palestine were not taking the risk of making it happen. There was some scheduling issues as well. 2nd of October, Star Sports didn't want that match to happen on 2nd of October, and that led to some logistical problems with the coaches. So yeah, all of that added up to a situation where that match was cancelled. And this is the first time we are going into an Asian Cup qualifier
without a friendly match.
Yeah, Siju,
no action.
No action, but still, the players have been together since 28th September. We've had a very long, camp going into this, so it's not like our fitness level will be any less. Constantine does not like the kind of fitness training or intensity that they get at the clubs. Either I-League or ISL, he does not trust those clubs' fitness regime, and he always prefers to have his players with him for a period of time going into it so that he can work on their physical conditioning. So going into this, he can't complain because he has had them for a long time, right? And it's Macau in the end, right?
We have a 2-goal advantage.
That's not even that. I mean, we'll go into exactly what happens with Macau when India play them. But before that, let's just appreciate their preparation here. Macau played a friendly against Laos. Okay, Laos is not the most impressive of teams. We scored like 5-6 goals against them last time we played them. But they played on the 2nd of October at the Taipa Olympic Complex Stadium, the very good stadium, but has a shit press box. So yeah, well yeah, they're coming in here prepared. They won 3-1. Okay, and this is something they were really looking for. Okay, because let me throw a very interesting stat at you. The last time Macau scored a goal was against Brunei on 12th November 2016, and it was from a penalty. Okay. Since then, they played Nepal, they didn't score a goal, lost 1-0. Kyrgyzstan, they lost 1-0. Macau played Myanmar, they lost 4-0. Hong Kong beat Macau 4-0. Then India beat Macau 2-0. And finally, they are playing, who they are playing? They're playing Laos, and they managed to win 3-1. And that sort of changes where you are psychologically. It sort of brings you out of that closet that, okay, our strikers are finding something. But you did watch the game, right? India versus Macau, Macau versus India, and that happened on 5th of September. What do you think the kind of attack that Macau have, it's going to be effective at all against India?
See, we were the dominant side throughout. And I mean, we all know that we could have got more goals in fact. But then again, it's again a home advantage for India.
Yeah.
And playing at the favorite place. I mean, most of the players belong to Bengaluru FC, and not just that we've played a lot of important games at the Kantirava, and we've come out with great results. So I think in crowd favors on our side, and it's going to be full again for the whole support. The fortress is going to be cheering for India. So I think I don't see that, and goal in the first half, and just build on that and just be there and just keep scoring goals whenever we get it. And I think if we can get our final touches right, then nothing like it. Something like though we are not in a situation like that, we already have one leg inside. One leg already on the boat for to qualify. Something what Messi did for Argentina,
Yeah, seriously, but to be frank, even when we were playing Macau away from home, the crowd was on our side. Okay, because there were more Indian supporters in the stadium than Macau supporters. It was a funny situation. But see, let me tell you what happens when this thing goes down between India and Macau. India started on a bit of a conservative note, and by conservative I mean normal aggressive. Okay, and they were playing away from home. They had not seen this team in a while. Macau was supposed to play an international friendly ahead of that match, and I'm pretty sure Constantine was keeping a tab on that. But that cyclone hit Macau, and that match was cancelled. But so I mean, as a result, when going into the game, Constantine was like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's not go full thrust ahead, because when you're playing away from home, you don't want to suddenly concede first, just by the mistake of putting too many men forward. So they did that, and Macau were playing everybody behind the ball, literally. They had come in with the coach was even saying in the pre-match press conference, we don't want to concede too many goals. That's what we're trying to do, right? And they simply defended, and tried to survive, and that's why the first half was goalless. Second half, what happened? We have Balwant Singh coming in, and now it's certainly 3 men forward. Okay, and the moment you put 3 men forward, the entire defense just melted away. And that's how we scored. Okay, that's how we got those goals. So it just does not seem like, the Macau defense is capable of taking India's attack full on. Okay, right now they're like 183rd in the world. Okay, the ranking has a world of difference. We're playing with home advantage. We've already played them. We will know what they're trying to do. Obviously, they would have tried to improve. It's been a month since we last played, but how much can you change and how much can you improve it for 1 month when you're playing a team like India that's been on song for a long time, right? So I'm pretty. I do feel confident about it. I don't feel confident at all about India under 17's chances tomorrow. Tonight it seems like we will be able to drown our sorrow for the defeat against Colombia. What do you think?
Yeah. So we can get that. Of course. I mean, I'm full eyes on that. I'm confident. Not overconfident, but I'm confident. The Indian squad can do it. With that 2-goal advantage, I don't think we'll throw this away, considering we are playing at home. So this is going to be a win for India. Let's back the boys for that, and let's get the Asian crown again. Go into the Asian AFC Cup. So predictions, Chiranjeev? Goal line.
I don't know, 3-0. Something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Same thing. I want, let's get Chetri, let's give him a goal. Let's Balwan come in and then score a one.
But have you noticed Chetri has not scored for India for a while because he missed the tri-series.
Yeah. It's going to be tonight.
Yeah, काफी time हो गया, captain. We need a couple more. Yeah, so he's there. I'm hoping Nikhil Pujari gets some game time tonight. Or maybe I'm not too sure about Roland Borges, but Germanpreet Singh maybe. He's there in the squad. This is a good time to bleed him in, especially in the second half. You said let's try to score in the first half. I think it's quite possible if India are in for that, and if we get a goal, then second half we can just try 3 new players coming in and showing off their talent. So yeah, Germanpreet Singh as well as this guy, Nikhil Pujari, Anuruddh Thapa as well. He's there. So yeah, hopefully something happens. Who else do you want on score sheet tonight?
I don't know. The usual suspects. Vijay can get it, then he should get it.
Yeah.
Or maybe if we are 2-3 goals ahead and Germanpreet comes in, and if he wants to score, let him also score.
Yeah.
So, okay, now let's not be overconfident. Let's just back the boys and let them probably stay pressure free, but also knowing the fact that a win will definitely confirm a spot.
Yeah, it will confirm the spot, and it will get that monkey off our back that phase 1 of our aim is achieved, and then I think then it becomes serious, because I think it's from November that we're gonna have the pressure coming back on, because there's no game time for international matches between November and March on the FIFA calendar. So if we are to make it to pot 2 and either beat Iraq or Palestine in the ranking battle, we need to play somebody good in November ahead of the Myanmar game, and we need to win that too, and we need to beat Myanmar as well, and then we have to play somebody before we play Kyrgyzstan away from home in the last group game, and we have to play another very good friendly before that, and we have to beat that too. So actually India, it seems like for making it to the Asian Cup, it's just win tonight and it's done. But for making it to top 2 and going in with a very much higher chance of qualifying for the next round, we are on a knockout battle. We have to win every single one if we are to get there, and we'll probably have, including tonight, a total of 5 games to do it. So yeah, best of luck, and AIFF needs to do a lot of work setting up good matches for us over the next few months. So yeah, best of luck to them. We'll talk more about it when the occasion arises, but for now, I think it's over. Just wait up for the match, 7:30 p.m. Yeah, Star Sports 1, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that we can figure it out. It's okay.
Yeah, it's going to be Star Sports 1 and Star Sports 1 HD. If you are around Delhi, you can join the Blue Pilgrims at the Court Bar tonight near Connaught Place. Everybody who has gathered in New Delhi to support the India Under-17 team, they've come from all over the country. They are assembling to support the senior national team from a pub. And so that's going to be a nice screening. If you are anywhere near the Bengaluru area, just go to Kantirava, because Under-17 is not the only team that's in action right now.
Yeah.
So,
or not just watch it on your television set.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And follow the action on thefangarage.com. We will be providing you live updates when the match happens. So, thank you for listening. And I hope you liked me hosting it and Siju joining as the expert guest. It's not going to be happening very often, so enjoy the rare treat as long as it lasts. Yeah. So thanks for listening. You can also listen to this podcast on the IVM podcast app. You have some of the top Indian podcasts featuring there. Also, just go to, if you're listening to us on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, and everything else that Siju usually tells you to do. You can also listen to us on SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, and every other podcasting app that they have out there. So thank you, and back to Blue.
That was Tantrik Steve from Hansraj College, Delhi, performing at IIT Bombay's Mood Indigo. Just like them, there's a lot of new talent and art coming out of colleges all across India, but unfortunately most of this goes completely unnoticed or ignored. To fix this, we started atkt.in. Hi, I'm Ankur, I'm a musician and a rapper, and I found that one of the best things about being an artist myself is finding new talent. Through atkt.in, Tanya, my colleague who's a dancer, and our whole team really is putting all of our efforts into discovering and promoting all the coolest talent that's coming out of colleges all across India. And this goes up on our website, our social media, TV, radio, and now, of course, this podcast with IVM. Make sure you go to our website, support the talent with your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that really matters. Go ahead, check it out. atkt.in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out
IVM Podcasts
to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.